you've seen the title, so you already know what I'm gonna say, but yeah, it appears that Pinterest is on a mass ban crusade right now. Many accounts are just getting deactivated unfairly, it seems, and appeals are being ignored. Existing accounts are just getting flooded with emails about violations and da. It looks like they're apparently relying a lot on AI moderation, which is what's maybe triggering all these deactivations. And unfortunately, I've been hit again. So yeah, this is not my first rodeo, unfortunately. The first time it happened to me was back in 2023, 26th of June. And if any of you were following my Instagram at that time, you probably would have seen my story posts about that situation. I was so freaked out. I was so lost and confused. I didn't even know what was going on. Back then, I remember receiving a bunch of those messages, those emails claiming that my pins were being removed, but not really thinking anything of it. Maybe that's what triggered it for me that first time. That ban lasted 9 days, which is on the lower end from what I've heard since Googling for answers and stumbling into Reddit responses about the situation. Some people have lost their accounts for months. Some people never even got their account back and just like created a new one. Some people have created a new one and that second account got banned too. Guys, I can't do this. Oh my god, during that situation, I sent out so many appeals to Pinterest. I even DM'd them on IG after a week had passed, and yeah, like someone, they DM'd back, and I swear it was like the next day my account came back. Like maybe they did what they said they were going to do in that DM, or maybe it was just, I don't know what it was. And actually I didn't question what it was. I just knew that the war was over. I thought, you know what I mean? I just thought I could just throw away that whole experience and just carry on with life. Just so, I don't even know, oblivious to what was coming in the future. I literally just did not think that it would happen again. I mean, now that I'm looking back on it, I should have assumed that if it could happen at all, it was likely that it was going to happen again. Anyway, I didn't, and here we are. I got deactivated on the 25th of April of this year, 2025. It was just like a random day, you know what I mean? I just go on my phone, as I usually do daily with Pinterest. I click on the app and immediately it's prompted up the login page, and my heart just starts to, oh my god. I was like, no, surely not. Nah, it was. I try and put in my my login details, and yeah, it just immediately pops up, your account has been deactivated, you know what I mean? And I was just devastated, and I panicked, but then I tried to reassure myself, because I was like, I've done this before, okay, I've done this rodeo already. What did I do last time? I had to rack my brain trying to think about what it was I did. Immediately I hit the contact us and started filling out the form for reactivation. Of course I knew that I wouldn't get my account back immediately. It didn't happen last time that way. Once I sent it, I just knew that I had to wait it out, which is just awful. I hate having to wait these things out, because with Pinterest, I don't know, it's like they never tell you, they never gave me a warning that I was deactivated. I had to find out by trying to enter the app as usual. And they never tell you how long it's going to last. You simply just have to wait. But here we are. It's been over 3 weeks. Okay, it's nearing a month, and it's not looking good. To be fair, it was looking worse, and then it kind of got a little bit hopeful, and now it's just, I don't know anything anymore. The only thing I knew to do was to send an appeal, so I sent like a couple appeals. I didn't go crazy with them. I think in total up to now I probably sent about 6 or 7, and of course each time I've just received that immediate automatic response saying, oh, we'll have someone. No, you won't. Anyway, I got sucked back into that Pinterest Reddit page just off of Google, because I just typed up into Google my Pinterest deactivation, and I got the link to the Reddit and click on there, and gosh, everybody is talking about it. That's all that page talks about. My account got deactivated. Oh my gosh, it is so scary. It's great to see people talking about it, because it's you're in that awful situation, but then it's also like awful because you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. What is this? What did I do? I did nothing. I even had to go back and check when I found out that I was deactivated to see if I got any of those emails like you usually do about violations. And apparently, like, throughout the month of April, I think I only got like one. And like, basically, no, it was like very, very small, like nothing at all that would have me thinking, oh, I need to chill out on here. I don't know, being careful or anything like that. Oh, so there I was just reading, you know, my days are just reading that, just reading through that subreddit and sending my appeals and I don't know. And then on the I get an email on the 30th of April saying that I'm permanently suspended. Can you imagine? What? It didn't even get to that point. It was never this serious last time. It was never this serious. Even now it's not serious. How can it be serious? Cannot be. I'm gutted. That makes no sense. That actually makes no sense. And what's crazy that is it felt like nobody was talking about it. Like I was just kind of going crazy with these other people, these other randos on that Reddit thread. And it's like I'm scratching my head trying to figure out what the heck I can do. Like, oh my god, just give me my Pinterest account back. I'm one of those Pinterest users that don't like post any original stuff onto Pinterest. I literally just use what's there. But with Pinterest, it's weird. Like if you save someone else's pin, they view it as your pin now. Like you're now taking ownership. It's so weird. So if something that somebody else posted got flagged for, I don't know, violent content or something, and it's literally just like, who knows, a photo of bananas or something. Like if you have that pin saved, it's you also who's getting like marked as like violating the thing. And it's like, what? That's broken and that's weird. I've never understood that. I did go and send Pinterest a DM. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but the first time I sent them a DM after a week, and someone got back to me, and literally the next day my account was back and I was celebrating. This time I didn't even wait a week. I waited 3 days. I cracked that 3 days. And I sent them a DM and what did they say? More or less kind of the same thing, but nothing happened. Nothing happened. And funnily enough, like on their IG accounts, if you go through the comments on any of their posts, like that's all anyone can talk about. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Everyone's just asking for their account back, you know, and they're just like, they're ignoring it. They're not saying anything. And then they did. They wrote a comment and pinned it to their post. The first one they made, they go, "We hear your concerns about recent account deactivations on Pinterest. To ensure Pinterest remains a safe and positive platform, we continuously monitor for content that violates our community guidelines and accounts with violative content may be deactivated as a result. If you think your account was deactivated by mistake, please send us a DM." So what did I do? I sent them a DM. Like, I had to log in again into my art account. I haven't touched that account in months. It's crazy, but I'm slowly working my way back to it. But anyway, went over there and I sent them a DM. Sometime later that day, they responded something vague, something like basically the same thing that they responded the first time, saying, "Oh, we can't really but something." And then the second comment that they made, which is now 6 days ago, that one goes, "We're committed to making Pinterest the safest, most positive place on the internet, which means setting a high bar for content safety and continually striving to meet it. We recently took action on violations of our content policies, but an internal error led to over-enforcement and some accounts were mistakenly deactivated. We're sorry for the frustration this caused. We've reinstated many impacted accounts and are making improvements to respond faster when mistakes happen going forward. Thanks for your patience as we work to make this right for all our users." Okay. It's like, okay, they're finally like speaking up about it, because it honestly sounded like people were just speaking into some echo chamber, you know what I mean? Like nobody was really saying anything. And then I do remember when I went to check again, like Reddit over these past few days, there were a couple accounts on there, a couple posts on there of people saying, "Oh, I got my account back. And like that was like the moment of like, ooh, there's some hope, you know, I'm next. No. As I'm recording this, it's still banned, you know. I still go in and check and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be different today, I can feel it. No, stop it. Yeah, and that's it. I don't know, I just wanted to rant, you know what I mean? Like, what else is there to say? My account's still gone. I would really like that account back. Guys, that account is 10 years old. 10. Like it recently just hit 10 because I had to go back and check when I made it. I checked my email and yeah, it was May of 2015. Bruh. And it's just so crazy. Like I've just been using that app so consistently, and you know, I hadn't realized just how much trust I put into the app. You know, I just assumed it was, I never even began to think that something like this would ever even happen. What if this is the downfall of Pinterest? Like, what if, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to make this into like so doom and gloom. Like, this is it's not a positive ending. It's not an uplifting ending. You know what I mean? It's just weird when you think about all the amount of AI images that were on the app, and then all the ads that started taking up so much space on your screen, and now all these accounts just getting deactivated. Like, it's weird. It's moving in a very weird direction, and yeah, it's just weird. I'm sure there's other people who are artists like me who are also going through this, where you've just lost like all these boards with all these visuals for like inspo and stuff. I'd like to get it back, you know what I mean? But also, like, if I don't get it, I guess it's not the end of the world. But oh, I want it back. I want it back, even if it's just to try my hand at like downloading all the material back. I saw on Reddit, people were talking about ways to save all your pins like directly to your devices. People were also talking about like alternatives and kind of trying to give like helpful tips and stuff to those who still have their accounts up and those who lost their accounts, and trying to like find something similar. And I'm not even thinking about opening a second account. First of all, the thought of making a second account from me feels like I'm admitting defeats. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm admitting defeats. And then also, just because you create a second account or a new account, it doesn't mean that you're safe from the mass bans. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fixed. The situation is still ongoing. There were people on there talking about how they created a second account and then that one also got deactivated, like shortly after. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm just thinking about all those pins I saved that I told myself, nah, I'll come back to this. Defo, I'll come back to this. I never did. Oh dear. Oh dear. It just sucks because it's like, I haven't been drawing that much this year, have I? So I was like, I'm coming back into it, you know, I'm kind of coming back into it slowly. And now I'm just thinking, rah, like, where do I usually go to get inspo? I mean, it's never really just Pinterest. Also, I just go onto Instagram and just look at who I'm following, you know, people who do makeup and hair and clothing and stuff like that. For poses, I'm just kind of looking at like packs and stuff. I'm not buying anything yet. The only thing I've gotten so far is like this free pack from Studio Grafit. Is that it? Or Grafit Studio? They had a free pack on there and I was like, you know what? Let me do it. I mean, that's not going to stop me. Do you know what I mean? Not having Pinterest, it's not going to stop me. But it'd be nice to get back, you know? Like all that hard work from just like curating all my boards and gathering all these ideas. Like, it seems a bit sad to just let that go to waste, you know? There isn't really much left for me to say. I think I touched on everything. And yeah, now I'm just really just playing the waiting game. I'm still hopeful that Pinterest will give me back my accounts. Like, I'm still having like some hope in my heart. That is the end of my rant. Thanks for listening. And also watching me do some of these simple sketches, just doodles. Yeah. Bye.